being asked to calculate the area of a triangle here, well, a half base times height isn't really going to cut it because although we've got a base, it's going to be very tricky to work out this height here. In theory, you could do that. So actually, the formula we want to use is half AB sine C. That's sort of the standard way of writing it. In this case, it's going to be a half times 10, because I basically have called, oh no, it's labelled okay, so, okay, let's do that again. If this is B, then this is little b, this is little c, and then this is little a. You can actually relabel it however you like. There's nothing special about that. So it's going to be a half a times 10 times sine of 60. However, we don't yet have a, so that's going to be the key thing we need to find. It's not a right angled triangle, so we can't use Pythagoras. We've got to use the non-right angled version of Pythagoras, essentially. We're going to be using the cosine rule. So the cosine rule says that, this is how I remember it, a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. But we can rejig these depending on what angle we know. So I need to find out what a is. So I need to change this to c squared is a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos capital C, because now I know what capital C is. So this is what I'm going to be using down here. Okay, so I can write down that 9 squared equals a squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times a times b cos 60. That means that 81, I don't know why I wrote b there, I should have replaced that b by 10, sorry. 81 is equal to a squared plus 100 minus, now cos 60, if you put that into your calculator, is actually equal to a half. So that is going to cancel out with that. You can put that in your calculator to see, and we're going to get 10a coming out. And then you get the a squared minus 10a. I've now got a quadratic, so I'm trying to set it equal to 0. I'm going to minus 81 from both sides. It's going to be plus 19 equals 0. Okay, this is not going to be a nice answer. I'm going to need to use a quadratic formula to work out what a is. So a is equal to x equals minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac square rooted over 2a. So in our case, we've got a is equal to 10 plus or minus 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 19, all square rooted, divided by 2. Put that into my calculator. I'm going to investigate the subtracting one to start with. And actually, minus 10 squared is the same as 10 squared, so I don't actually need the minus. And then I don't need to multiply by the 1 because that doesn't do anything, so I can do little shortcuts. Okay, and I get 2.550 or, because in fact there are two solutions to this. As we've got a quadratic, we can see there's going to be more ways of, not only one way of drawing this triangle. Right, let's just try out the positive one. This is something we learn when we do congruent triangles, the fact that we've got side-side angle here. That doesn't necessarily imply congruence. So our other one is 7.4494. There we go. Okay, so we just need to think about this. Just trying to, but first of all, it says BC is greater than 5 centimeters, so I'm going to reject that one. And I'm just thinking, what are the two triangles I could get? I've got the one that I've sort of drawn, and then I've got 69. There's going to be maybe two. There's going to be another one up here. No, maybe there's one. I think there's one here potentially that would also give me two different angles. I'm just trying to explain where I've got the two solutions from. Anyway, I've now got what A is, so I can just chuck it back into the formula. So it's going to be, okay, let's bring it up here. It's going to be a half times 7.4494 times 10 times sine 60. Okay, I can use that 7.44 as in my answer. Using my answer button, I'll write 0.5 times answer times 10 times sine 60. We're nearly there, and we get this surd. I think it's not asked us. This is quite a horrible exact answer, so I'm gonna round it here. It tends to be what they like. But if they don't say to make it exact, then you're gonna be okay if you do round it. 32.257. I would always write it out to a few decimal places and then round it to three significant figures, 32.3 centimeters squared.